This better. Okay, yeah. This does seem a little bit better. Okay. Three, two, one. Ow. Very close to my ear. Action. Hello, welcome back to my live stream. Happy Saturday, or happy Saturday evening, or happy Sunday morning, or happy Sunday. I don't know. The Sunday, I don't know. I hear that a lot of times when I do go live. Some places do have a time difference, so yeah. So I'm trying to make sure you can see me clearly, but not because the lighting. So currently, right now, the lighting in my room just sucks. Hold on. Sorry. And I'm trying to like have good lighting in here, but it is not going well, obviously. But more, but getting over that hump. Hopefully, you don't mind the brightness. I mean, I know that a lot of my live streams aren't exactly when it comes to brightness, it's like 50-50. Sometimes it'll be good, sometimes it'll be bad, and yeah. But anyways, so for today, basically, I'm going to be drawing while also talking about how my week has gone. And let me tell you, I had a week. That is all I can say. So, anyways, so how was my week? My week was just a lot. It was exhausting. I don't know how to explain it. So, so I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I don't know if like I've already explained this in a live stream last weekend, but basically last Saturday when I was live, I think I explained how one of my coworkers had ended up in the ER. And so I basically had to handle an entire kitchen, an entire serving area, and an entire food area and food court all by myself. And I mean, I did have help, but she's someone who works with me. She works front desk, but she had to also make sure that she was going back and forth because she was trying to help someone with computer issues. So overall, basically, I had spent 5 days losing my mind because I had spent Friday waking up at 4 a.m. I spent Saturday waking up at 4 a.m. I spent Sunday waking up at 4 a.m. and then Monday and Tuesday. Basically, I had lost my mind. I was not getting proper sleep because not only do I have like a little bit of insomnia, but also I was dealing with my family's dog who is currently being kennel train. If you don't know that, it's basically where like you train your dog to be in a kennel throughout the entire night just to see like what happens and see if it like gets some sleep. This dog just loves to wake all of us up. I'll just say that. I mean, I'm not a vet or anything, but yeah. Why are you calling me a fatty? I'm sorry. So, yeah, overall, I just had a really rough week, and to make it a lot hard on me, I basically ended up spending $70 at my job when I needed that money to help me pay my bills. Now, luckily, I was able to pay one of my bills yesterday, but still. How I saved money. I saved money as best I could. I don't know, I started trying to save money. Here's the thing though. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why someone was calling me fat. What job? I work as a chef. I work as a cook. I have explained this in a few of my live streams. I work as a chef. I work as a cook at a hotel. And I don't know why, but a lot of people don't assume I have a job. I don't know why some people just assume I don't have a job. I do have a job, I do have a day job, okay? Well, technically, it's a job where I wake up at 4 a.m., but still. Okay, at least I got a job. At least I'm, making money and being able to pay my bills because that's one thing I have a focus on. I I want to make money to pay off certain things just so that way I don't have to worry about a lot. But my job, somehow, I'm also ending up spending money there when I shouldn't be spending money there at all. But yeah, so basically, I had to buy a lot of meats and, well, yeah, some meats and some eggs, all by myself out of my pocket because we had ran out and over the span of a weekend, and I needed something on Monday. So I had to spend $70 out of my paycheck, out of my account, just just so that way the kitchen, the food area has food for people for Monday. Tuesday I wasn't really worried about because Mondays are when we get delivery, but Monday we needed something and I needed to come up with something quick. So, yeah. So yeah, so now I need to wait for my bosses to pay me my $70 back because that's how much I spent. Okay? Like I'm waiting to get compensated for all that money that I spent. That in a place where I shouldn't really be spending money, but I have no choice. So, okay, and here's what I got so far. All I got is a head, just a head. Hello. Hi, Dom. How are you, my bestie? Oh, hello there, Diva B1Z. Okay. So I am tired. I am stressed out. I've had a very stressful week. Um, the only thing I'm looking forward to is getting paid Friday. That is the one thing I'm looking forward to. Hi there, Carlay. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Hi. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting paid on Friday, but I'm going to be using some of that money to pay for Christmas gifts because Christmas is just around the corner and I have not started doing my Christmas shopping. Okay, I have not. I am boned. Well, in the words of Bender Rodriguez from Futurama, I'm boned. And here's the thing though. I did not expect like this year for the holidays to just be so crazy because I mean just a few weeks ago, I don't know if I already told this on my live, but just a few weeks ago when I went to go get gifts for my for my little sister's birthday, right when I was in the checkout lane, there was an incident that happened just behind me and oh, just show my drawing. So here's what I got so far. It's still in the beginning phase. It's still in the beginning phase. I haven't finished this yet. Okay, anyways, continuing, basically, a baby or an infant had fallen out of or had a cart fallen on top of them. And basically, the parent, who I assume was the dad, had to pick up the child and basically comfort because obviously that is very traumatizing to see. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, because here's the thing though, like, I knew the holidays were crazy, but I did not expect to witness that. Because that is a child. And in my head, I'm thinking, why couldn't they just leave this child at home with someone? It could have made a lot more sense. And I mean, I understand that it was like before Thanksgiving. I understand that, but like, sheesh. Some people in there. Okay. So Diva B1Z asks, show your latest drawing. Also, why don't you sell your drawings? People are gonna love it, dude. Um, okay. Um, Very interesting question. I'm not afraid to show my drawings. I just, for one thing, I don't know how to sell my drawings, to be honest. And also, I don't know, like, um, I don't know. Because I feel like although my drawings do look or seem like, I think they're okay. You know, I'm no Van Gogh. Yeah, Van Gogh. Well, no, Vincent Van Gogh. Yeah, I'm not him. Um, and all that, but I think it's just that, you know, I have explained in a few videos how I don't draw or paint normal. I draw and paint very differently, as you all have seen, including a few of my posts on here, because I do post um, my drawings on here. Yeah, I think it's just that I'm afraid of like failure and then just like setting myself up for something bad to happen. Okay, so here's what I got now. So basically in this drawing, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to draw like little horns or something at the bottom, and then I'm going to try to attempt to draw horns at the top, hopefully. That is my end goal for this. That I can draw, hopefully, some horns that will look like horns and not like a mustache. That's all I can say. Let's see what else. Yeah, so maybe in the future I'll be able to you know, decide when to sell my stuff, sell my drawings, my paintings, because a lot of times people say like I do draw pretty okay. I mean, so this here is just a drawing that I'm currently working on. It's not done yet, but here is one of the paintings that I have shown. Specifically, some people have told me that they love this painting I did. Yeah. So this is a painting that I did back in 2023, and a lot of people say that it looks very interesting, it looks very cool. They also love like the meaning behind it all because I did draw this, or I sketched out, drew it out, then I painted out, and I made this during a particularly hard time in my life where I felt like something was like something had like a hold on me and it was silencing me. That's why the mouth has like these little stitches across it. So yeah. And just overall, I made this, and a lot of people did tell me like this is a very interesting painting. Um, I do have a few others, but currently right now we're just working on this drawing for today. But yeah. I would love to actually, hopefully, one day actually, I guess, draw or like have sell one of my paintings or my drawings, but I do have a little bit of a fear of success type of thing going on, so yeah. But I'm gonna try to make sure like that doesn't stop me because I do enjoy making art, whether that's drawing or writing or anything like that. Anything, because art to me helps me just like just be myself. I love being able to just be myself, even if it's just, you know, a lot of people don't think it makes sense. I mean, to be honest, I never really ever made sense before in my life. I mean, you're to me, I was one of those weird kids who, back when he was a kid, was obsessed with Ben 10 and thought that he could actually turn into one of the Ben 10 characters. The alien specifically. Okay, so here's what I got now. So yeah, I guess you can say I have a little bit of a slight fear of success because I always wonder like is it gonna be am I gonna, be successful? I mean, I know for a fact if like, if it's not gonna work out, then it's not gonna work out, but still. Okay. So here's what I got now. Okay. But you know what I'm thinking now? Maybe I could like, okay, so here's what I got. Hold on. I want to see if like I can just fix these little horns at the bottom real quick. Like I want to see if there's like something I can salvage a little bit right here. Okay, I feel like we're getting something. We're getting somewhere. Okay. Hold on. Ah, here we go. Okay, so here's what we've got. Do you remember me? I do not. I'm sorry, I do not. But here's what I got. So I'm just, okay. I feel like the little like curvy horns that I tried to draw at the bottom around the lip, I don't think it turned out like the way I wanted. I think I'm gonna, hold on. So how's your day going, if I may ask? Okay. Okay, so I mean, it's still very visible, but yeah. But here's what I got now. I changed it. That's cool, and if your name is actually Dom, that's funny because my brother has the same name and horrible. But how was your day? Oh. Well, my day has been okay. I did have a very stressful week though. Um, Meaning that I have had so many moments where I just wanted to fully give up on myself and just be like, you know what, I'll just throw in the towel. I can't do this anymore. But I just, you know what, I stuck through and everything is okay now, but yeah. Well, here's pretty much what had happened throughout my week. So, my coworker last Friday had ended up in the hospital, and then, excuse me, I had to cover 5 days, two of which were normally my days, and 2 days where we worked together. But my work had me working on Friday, and my job has me waking up at 4 a.m. So I ended up having to wake up at 4 a.m. for 5 straight days. I've been up 4 a.m. for 5 straight days, and it was not fun. That is all I can say. I was tired. I was exhausted. I was just like out of it. I did not want to talk to anybody because I was just so exhausted to the point where I just wanted to be like, okay, I'm done. I just want to go to my bed, go to sleep, not eat or anything like that for like those 5 days. And those 5 days basically tired me out to the point that I almost maybe had nearly passed out at my job. So here's what I got now. Okay. But anyways, once I just trace this out with black pencil, then you're gonna see what it looks like. But then eventually I did get my 3 days off. I got to have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off, which allowed me to sleep in. Which, by the way, best decision ever to happen. I got to sleep in, I got to relax for the first time, and not really had to worry about anything else, well, except for the $70 that I'm still owed. Um, and I'm still waiting. But anyways, so I pretty much have had a very stressful, sorry. I've had a very stressful week, and all that can make it better is just me relaxing and just trying to get some sleep, because that has been my overall goal for the past few months, to get some good sleep. And my brain has just not been doing what it's told, and I'm just like, well, I'm screwed. Or in the words of Bender Rodriguez, I'm boned. That's all I can say. If I said more, I feel like my life would get in trouble. That's all I can say. But yeah. I mean, today was pretty fine. I got to clock out of work around 11, so that's good for me. And I do get paid next week, and I did make some pretty good money from tips today, so there we go. Hi, vlogger. How are you doing? Or vlog, how are you doing? Um, my day is going pretty okay right now. I currently have the light on from my lamp in my room because the lighting while in the beginning of my life was not good. So I had to basically fix that up real quick. And now I am here live, and I'm currently outlining the image that I made. And yeah. How about you? How's your day doing? How is your day going? Read what I said real quick. What did you say? What did you say? What did you say? I didn't get it. Yeah, you may want to tell me because I don't know what you said. Was it from one of the comments that I missed, or because you're gonna have to tell me, because half the time I can't. I am almost pretty much way out of it whenever I get home from work. Okay, so here's what I got now. Yep. Here's what I got. Yeah, so I'm just gonna make the eyes black. So, but I'll let you decide. Sorry, I was not able to see her live from some days ago because I was busy in my study for exam. Oh, it's perfectly okay. But tell you what, I will let you decide on what I do the skin color for what color should I do the skin color for this one? For this little image, for the head. So the eyes are black. These little driblets are supposed to be like a little bit of like I guess blood or something. So they're gonna be red. But I want you to tell me what color do you think I should do for the skin though? Meaning for this. And then maybe the shirt. Like give me some ideas to like color in the shirt with. So So I need something, a color for the skin that can go well with this red. Okay? What are you here for? I am here to entertain people with my drawings that do not make sense. There you go. I am here to entertain while also talking about how bad my day was. There you go. And not just entertain with my drawings, but also entertain with like my random short videos that I post that is mostly Bob's Burgers because I am obsessed with the show, and if you don't like Bob's Burgers, then that's perfectly fine. So yeah, anyway, so I just did the red. You missed the comment. Which comment? I am just going to sleep and saw your live stream. Okay, good night. What comment did I miss? Sorry if that was too much information. What was too much information? Hold on. Let me just go back then. Uh, that's cool. And if your name is actually Dom, well, it is Dom. Um, that's funny because my brother has the same name and horrible. But how's your day? Chaotic. Good night. Also, if it's the do you remember me or something like that, I don't think so. Sorry, I don't. I have terrible memory. I am pretty sure I have memory loss. No, I don't. That would actually be very bad. Um, you think I should do this blue? Like this blue? Does this look like a light blue? Good night. Should I do this blue? Okay, bye. It's 1:55 a.m. Very late night for sleep. Okay, get some sleep then. What exam? Sorry, I was not able to see your live. What? Read what I said real quick. I generally do not know what you said. And I'm even going back further behind every comment. Sorry, I don't know what you said. I'm losing my mind. There you go, I'm losing my mind. I'm also tired, so there's that. But you know what? I'm just gonna keep going with this live stream until I am done with this drawing. I think I now know what I want to do. I'm gonna do green for the shirt and for the face, I want to do red, but I already did red for the. You know what? I'm gonna try yellow. I want to see if I can do something with the yellow. Wait, no, but then that's too bright. Like it'd have to be darker. Okay, I'm gonna go and attempt with the blue. So, wait, is this the light blue? Hopefully. Hopefully I'm not reading too much into this. Well, while I'm finishing up on this, um, how is everything where you're at going? Because I've been seeing so much on social media recently on my TikTok, and recently there was apparently like some woman's ex-fiance's family decided to play a prank on her, and well, that's just cold. Apparently she was training to do the 10K with her ex-fiance's family, and once she found out it was all a joke, and they posted the video on social media, let's just say she didn't really get any heat. It was more so the family, because that's a sick joke. Like, imagine like training so hard for a 10K with your fiance's family, thinking like, you're in this family now, you're engaged, and they would never do anything so hurtful, and basically they decided to prank her with a fake 10K that she trained for, and then after that she pretty much just bounced. So, yeah. And then people have been trying to find the original video, and it was just like it got deleted because I think the family did not expect that much backlash. But then but then again, what'd you expect? You pranked your son's ex-fiance into training for a 10K that wasn't gonna happen. So, but the woman who got pranked, she just decided to bounce from her ex-fiance because she did not want to be associated with that family, and well, there you go. She washed her hands and just left. Horrible. My boyfriend cheated on me after a year of dating. Oh God, not the whole cheating thing. I go by this one thing that goes off in my head that I learned. Well, technically, I watched this for a video. Why do people cheat? Like, what exactly is the point? Why do people cheat? Oh, sorry if I'm clapping my hands so aggressively, but why do people cheat? I don't get it. Like, if you don't like the other person anymore, just break up. Don't cheat. Like, seriously, it is so simple. Just look at them in their face and say, hey, I don't think we're working out no more. Maybe we should know, just break up and move on and see other people and blah, blah, blah. Like, yes, that would obviously, cause a lot of heartbreak, cause a lot of drama and this and that, and then people will start taking sides. But full on cheating, if you are a person who's a cheater, whether you are a man or a woman, if you think cheating is the best way to solve a relationship, then you clearly got smacked on the head way too many times when you were a kid or something. Because who in their right state of mind would cheat on someone when thinking it could solve the relationship itself? Because that doesn't solve it, that just makes it worse, and it makes the cheater worse because they're the ones that did it, and pretty much there you go. I mean, there are no words. It gets worse. It was with my sister. Oh, God. Oh, honey. Oh, I think it's a good thing y'all ain't together no more. Because with your own sister, in that case, also cut off your sister too. Cut off your sister. That could be much better. Okay? And if your family ends up saying, well, she says it's a misunderstanding, don't try to get sucked into that BS, okay? That is just them not willing to accept that their child is a cheater because, I mean, they just don't want to see it because they have rose-colored glasses on. And I feel like that's just very common with like parents when they parents with their kids. when they always have like rose-colored glasses on, and yeah, it's just petty. It's just very petty. If you don't mind me asking, are you older than 18? Yes, I am 24. I am 24. I'm in my mid 20s and I was born in 2001. So, yeah, so I'm 24. I'm 24. I I turn 25 next year, and it is honestly, I'm hoping 2026 is like, I want to say 2026 is my year. I want 2026 to be my year where basically I feel like, I have some things settled, or like I want to achieve a lot of things in 2026 that 2025 I rarely got to achieve. I mean, the one thing in 2025 this year I did achieve was getting my own health insurance. I got my own health insurance so that way I could go to the dentist or go to the doctors once a year so they can check to see I don't have like, any serious diseases or anything like that. I mean, not that I would. Don't really travel that often. I would also love to travel too. I would love to travel. I'd love to go either to like another state or another country. Just get out and just do what I want and just like explore, have some fun. But yeah, but also you need a lot of money, so that's gonna be a lot for me. Okay, so here's what I got now. Obviously, it's not pretty, but it's what I got. No, I used the wrong. Damn it. I used the wrong blue. Ugh, this is what I get for having two blues close together, like rolling towards each other. That's all I can say. Okay. But yeah, I do hope that 2026 is my year and, I get to do everything that I want in 2026, like explore, go out more, try dating again because so far my dating life has just been ugh, or pfft. Sorry, I know that's very immature, but that's basically how it feels. Like my dating life has sucked. It has sucked. Yeah, there wasn't one moment in my dating life. And I mean, I did take like a break. And still, I guess, to try and focus on myself and like date myself and see like what that is like. And let me just tell you, dating myself is in fact my worst nightmare. It's you again. I missed you. Hello there. So yeah, I am just figuring out myself. I figured myself out a little too much here, a little too much there, meaning like, okay, there are some things that I would obviously need to work out. My mental health for one thing. Um, oh, that's good. You were taking a mental health break. Yeah. For me, though, I really do try to take time to focus on my mental health because I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like for me though, my mental health should be basically one of my current priorities because I feel like if I'm not in a good place mentally, then how would I be if I was like with someone and my mental health wasn't really good. So, and I think it's just because like people my age, because I'm 24, people my age, they're either getting married, they're either having kids, they're either having high paying jobs, they're either buying houses, and I'm 24 I don't have my own place yet. I do have a job, thank God. So I do make my own money. I do make my own money. I do pay my own bills. Um, because, you got to do that to be an adult, which sucks, but, you got to do what you got to do. But, anyways, yeah, so I try to prioritize a little bit of my mental health and my physical health because my physical appearance, for at least for me, has not been turning out the way like I thought. Like I do try to exercise and be healthy, but I've fallen back on that horse multiple times. And yeah. And also trying to have better habits, meaning like so I'm trying to drink more water. Yeah, I'm trying to drink more water because they say like drinking water is good for you and it helps flush out a lot of caffeine. And if you know me, I drink a lot of caffeine because my job, like I said, has me waking up at 4 in the morning, and I am not a morning person like at all. Like at best, I'll get up at like 8 a.m. 8 a.m., but that's about it. Okay, you won't see me waking up at 6, 7, 5 a.m. No, okay? I will straight up wake up around like 8 o'clock, and then when I go to bed, I normally go to bed like around not 10 a.m., 10 p.m. So, yeah. Excuse me, sorry. So that's how weird my sleep schedule is. Well, on my days off. When I'm working, I'm normally up from like 4 a.m. to almost 10 a.m. also. So basically, that's like 16 hours. So, and in total, I get like on a work night, meaning like a night before I have to go into work, I get like maybe 5, 6 hours of sleep, but that's about it. I think there was actually a time where like I was going to bed around 11 p.m. and waking up at 4 a.m. for my job, so I was getting like 4.5 hours of sleep those nights at best, and I will tell you this, that sucked so much. Okay? That did. And I don't know how truckers do it, but yeah. What are you drawing? So I'm currently just like finishing up a little just a little like sketch, a little drawing I'm doing. Um I'm almost done with it, but hold on. I'll show you in just a sec, okay? I'll show you in just 1 second. But yeah. It's I used to have a crazy sleep schedule. Now I managed to get like 1 extra hour of sleep somehow, but yeah. So here's what I got. Ta-da. I don't know what you would call this. Ah, damn. Sorry, someone's outside with a vacuum. So yeah, this is what I have drawn or colored in or whatever it is. So this is today's. Yeah. And like I always do, I always post these like after, so I can have people go back and critique them, just tell me how they turned out, or what do they think, or what would they have done differently to, yeah. But yeah, so this is, so yeah, so we're basically coming up on like the end of the live stream right now, but yeah, so this is, I accidentally tore a little bit through the paper. Oh no, 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 no. Ah, bollocks. Well, here it is. Basically, this is the final results. Okay. So yeah, so this is today's. I will be live again tomorrow, so hopefully I can draw something completely different. Um, Hello there. Hi again. Hello. I love it. It reminds me of the, I mean this respectfully, the old-ish art. I can't explain it, but I love it. Yeah, quite frankly, it kind of looks like that too. That's creative. Yeah, thank you. This is just me because I draw stuff that just doesn't make sense, okay? Painting, on the other hand, I did show a painting that I had worked on about 2 years ago. So this is the painting I'm talking about. And I also showed this painting in the middle of my live stream because, well, someone asked me if I would ever like sell. I would. I would sell this if I could figure out how to make copies. Can you draw a bench with beautiful leaves in the background? Maybe in tomorrow's. That could be an idea for tomorrow's. Another thing that I have drawn or like painted is this. And another one. And then, hold on, I'll show you. Oh. Here's one I did with a bunch of eyes. As you can tell, I do not paint or draw things very normally. I don't know how to explain it, but I want to say like my styles, like specifically, I don't know how to explain it, but my style is very like dark or like um abstract. That's the best way. That's the best way I can explain my paintings. I don't paint what you would necessarily call normal. I very much love abstract art, specifically because I just like it, okay? I just like it. I just like it because I feel like with abstract art, there's like more things you can see. Even I don't know how to explain it, but for me in my mind, I love the idea of like when there's a painting or a drawing of something that's very odd that no one can really understand about. Um, I look at that painting or drawing, and like my mind tries to like dissect it to like figure out the pieces behind like what was the idea of the artist or the drawer's like ideas for this painting or this drawing or sculpture or any form of art because that's just how my mind works. I love abstract art. Um, I feel like there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with abstract art. I think it's very beautiful, very creative, and I feel like it's like a path that, some people may want to try and, if it's something if it's a type of art that, doesn't really peer your interest, then it doesn't peer your interest. Then does it peer your interest? Sorry, I gotta slow down when I talk sometimes. But yeah, I love I love basically abstract art because I think it's just the most beautiful thing to look at. Okay? And even attempt to try. And, like I said, you can try it yourself. And, if you don't like it, you don't have to try it again. You can stick with something, what fits more your style and your vibe. You know what I mean? I love beautiful aesthetics. Hmm. I like beautiful gardens or like vintage tables with baskets of fruit under a beautiful sky and garden. You should try selling your beautiful art. I like I said before, I thought about it. I just don't know how. Hopefully I can, but yeah. So sorry, I am gonna have to end the live here now, but I will be live again tomorrow, and I do go live normally around 3 p.m. Eastern time here in America. So if you want to, make sure you hit the bell notification so you can be notified when I go live tomorrow. I go live every Saturday and Sunday, just a heads up. And if you also want to, please hit the like wherever the like button is so you can like this live stream. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see me do more of these live streams, post more random short videos, or any type of like drawing or like art-based content, meaning like most of my content that I post is either like art related or like little vlogs or like fun songs I like to make up. But yeah. But overall, this is more like a my weird way of showing my drawings on my channel here. So yeah, it's mostly like weird drawings. That's all I can say. And also, if you want to, I recently did a black and white sketch video that I just posted on here last Friday. It has been out for over a week now. So far, I got some people like it, and others, it's okay, you're allowed to have opinions, but if you haven't seen it yet, go and watch it. Like I said, it's been out for a week. You can go and watch it, and well, just tell me what you think, and don't be afraid to throw any ideas for like any more, because I would love to do more black and white sketch videos for my channel here in the future, and I do actually have some ideas that I'm currently working on, but I just need to work it out and because of the whole time crunch going on with my schedule right now, but hopefully I can have a new black and white sketch video out soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the bell notifications so you can see me so you can see me go live tomorrow and also be notified when I post my other short videos. And I will be posting today's sketch that I did today. And you can comment down below what you think, would you have done differently, and yeah. But okay then. Again, thank you very much, and as always, take care and stay safe now, all right? Bye. Mwah.